Fantastic.
So Martini opened under the gun with Queen 5. Mark Rivera has called in the small blind. We know he has a queen.
He always shows the one card, and it's always the exact same high card as the other person.
That's true.
It's a weird trick. And we see now Martini very prepared to open up as widely as Queen 5 off, and this is a interesting call pre-flop.
You're expecting a
Oh, wait a
bet?
minute. Actually, it is a call pre-flop, I think, because of ICM. Pardon me.
Because of those two big blinds.
Yep.
So Rivera way ahead, 95% favorite against Martini.
Also, you just make so much money from bluff catching with this hand in this spot because Martini is just always folding when you 3-bet, or you just get it in against a better hand.
Right, but you can get him to be aggressive towards you.
Yeah. I'm just saying he's going to make some. He's going to make 600K here. If Martini gets a barrel card like a king or something like that, he might fire again.
600,000 apiece. Turn card is a 3, which means Martini has picked up a gut shot.
Oh, man.
I think there are some times when a Martini decides to barrel here. Rivera has a lot of ace-jack, ace-queen type hands that might fold to 2 barrels. Sometimes he floats with king-queen suited sometimes if he has a backdoor flush draw. So now that Martini's actually acquired some equity, he might want to just start blasting big on the turn, shove River, and Rivera is going to be in a prison.
Well, 3 million in the pot, and he has bet big, 2.3 million.
Because the other thing too is, the actual value hands that decide might call the turn, like pocket 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks, queens, have a tough decision on the river. So, less tough, I guess, as higher as they go, even though they're all just the same kind of bluff catcher. But, he happens to have the top of his range here. So it's going to be hard for him to let it go. But I wouldn't be surprised if he folds river here if Martini decides to go for it. But we'll see.
Rivera has played a time bank card, extends his clock. He calls the bet. And we have a 7.65 million pot going to the river. Rivera with 5.3 million behind. Well, no 4 on the river, but it's a double paired board. It's straighty, it's flushy.
Mm-hmm. This is a delicious spot to bluff here for Martini. He has a 5 of clubs in his hand, which is kind of nice. Rivera so often is he never really has a 7. Doesn't really ever have a 6. So, he's pretty capped at, 8s through queens.
Oh, my word, he shoved on him.
Yeah.
He's putting him to the test. It's all into call. Rivera with queens, he's got the best hand, but he's staring at a board that he absolutely hates.
I think he can do it. But then the 2 big blinds of Mark Perot.
I think he finds a fold here. You have to remember, too, Martini has all the 7s and 6s. He does have flushes here. It's you got to be brave.
He's counting how many time bank cards he's got.
It's all in to call. There are big money jumps. There's a guy at the table with 2 big blinds.
I think I'm dumb enough to call here. I think Rivera may be smart enough to call.
We talk about the value hands that Martini's sort of representing here, but you also have to think about all the bluffs. Not only does he have the stone air hands, but hands that pick up more equity on the turn, like with a 5 or with a 4 in his hand. All the 8-9s, the 9-10s, the 10-8s.
But on this stage, in this situation, Griffin.
So, has tons of bluffs in his range, but he has all the highest, all of his value beats Rivera here, even with 2 queens in his hand.
I know you said that Martini has all the 7s and all the 6s, but if he's raising pretty much any 2, isn't that still a small portion of his range?
Yeah, but it's almost more of a portion of his range in the context of like, because he's raising pretty much everything, he has more 7s and 6s than he normally would raising from early position.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
No, that I get.
Yeah.
That I get, but there's still only...
Oh yeah, because there's two on the board.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 2 and 2. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean.
He's running out of time. He hasn't got that many time bank cards left to play. Needs to make a decision. And the